What's really exciting about working at Atlassian is we're actually getting faster as we add people. So just take an example of last year. We doubled the number of feature releases we released, and that's by doubling the number of people. So usually that goes down. You add people, you get slower. We have a whole company here really make sure we keep our edge.
I think some of the best engineers that I've ever worked with are those engineers that can keep the end user in their mind. So even if they're stuck down in one of the darkest, dirtiest bits of the database that they're optimizing, they're still got that end user in the back of their mind, and they're understanding exactly what the problem is that they're solving for that person.
As an engineer, I'm allowed to take up to 20% of my time to work on personal projects. These projects can be from anything from back-end and process improvements to product ideas. For me, it really gives a sense that Atlassian's not only invested in me as an engineer for my execution abilities, but also for my ideas, which is a great feeling.
So in the time that I've been here, I've worked on Confluence and Jira Service Desk in Sydney and on Bitbucket in San Francisco. The 3 different products that I've worked on have all been in different coding languages. And so it's really interesting and challenging as an engineer to go and have to learn a new thing every time you go into a new team.
Being in that very niche situation of being able to develop software and tools for other engineers, you get to firstly be your own customer, you get to be your own user, and you get to be your toughest critique, and sometimes if you're lucky you might be your biggest fan.
The great thing about Atlassian at the moment is that we're expanding really fast. We're opening up other offices around the world. So it's a great opportunity to work with developers around the world, great talent. We can move a lot faster as a team. Our development velocity is faster because of these communication technologies. If you have someone logging in from Poland or Vietnam and they need to catch up on the events from the US or Australia, they can see that logged in the HIP chat room. It's really easy to feed in all the other tools that we use as well. So things like new releases or commits that are landing on the source code. Those events are tracked in the HIP chat room as well, so it's really easy for the team to stay on one page and work together.
The 3 big opportunities, I'll say it in engineering. The first one is scaling out our SaaS platform, so both from a performance and reliability perspective. The second is making our products hackable by more people in the cloud. So we've had a history of having an extensibility framework that works for behind the firewall, but we want to make it work for SaaS now. And the third is really scaling our culture, our engineering culture.
Like a lot of people here, a lot of us were kind of the big fish in the pond in our previous jobs. We were the senior developers there, we were the most experienced, and then you come here and you're surrounded by so many amazingly talented, amazingly smart people, and every time you have an idea or you want to put something forward, you're surrounded by all these people who can give you great advice, and if it's a great idea, they can give you ways to make it better, and if it's a bad idea, they can tell you why. I've been here 10 years and I can't think of a day where I haven't learned something.